Right, sons, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Castles and Company. Is everyone excited here today?
Yeah.
Sounds good. So yeah, if you didn't know already, this show is going to be all about Disney, specifically Disneyland Resort, but a lot of the things dealing with Disney, such as Disney News, Star Wars, Marvel, you name it. All of us present here today live in California, and most of us have lived our whole lives within a few hours' drive of Disneyland. So we've all been there a bunch of times, but before we get into today's show, let me introduce our Castles and Company team here today. So my name is Jared Hendrickson, and with me we have Blake Velaz,
Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy to be here.
Nathan Boosie,
Hi, guys.
and finally we have Sunil Alexander.
What's up, guys? Pleasure to be here.
So yeah, I guess we don't really have a structure for the show yet because this is our first episode, but I guess we'll start by going around and talking about each of us and like a little bit like why we're doing this podcast and like our experience with Disney. So actually I think we'll start off. We'll have Sunil go and talk first. So Sunil, you want to start us off?
Yeah, so I know Jared from, we both go to UCR and we both were in the same club together, engineering club, and we actually both decided to be one of the, go to Disneyland together to be one of the first people at Galaxy's Edge. So that was really fun. So we both found out that we love Disneyland, we love Disney, and so it started from there.
Then Blake, you want to?
Really? Now you
Yeah.
said first people at Disneyland for Galaxy's Edge, huh?
No,
Really?
Galaxy's Edge? What? Did I not specify? Whoops, Galaxy's
No.
Edge.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just saying, you really think
Okay,
you were
yeah.
the first one there?
Yeah, we got those
Oh,
first day
I hate
tickets,
to
you know?
break it to you. I hate to break it to you, but I got to see Galaxy's Edge before both of you did.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
gotta
well,
just put that out there.
had
Gotta
to
put
one
you.
up. Had to one up it.
Hey, it's the
Like-
truth, bro. I don't know what
It
to
is-
tell
yeah,
you.
no, it's the
This is
truth.
an
I'll
early
give it to you.
But yeah, for me, I know Jared pretty much through UCR too. So he's our big lover.
For the
all
listeners,
things
UCR
Disney.
is UC Riverside. If you don't know.
Or to
Yeah.
further elaborate, University of California.
Oh
Riverside.
yes, of course we're getting specific out here.
But so we pretty much know each other through that and stuff. And what was the funny thing was when I first met him, I was telling him that I got to go see Galaxy's Edge and was pretty hyped about that. And we really connected over Star Wars since we're mega fans about that.
I still
And
remember
that's
that.
like one of my big fan areas.
I still remember that day so vividly. I was like super hyped, like, yo, I'm getting to go to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opening day. And then this man pulls up and he's like, yeah, my dad's a cast member and we're going like 2 days before it opens.
Yeah, pretty much.
I didn't know
pretty
your
much.
dad was a cast member.
Yeah, Blake, you want to talk
No
about that?
Yeah, sure. So of
Mhm.
course this is like the pre-Rona times and stuff like that. But yeah, my dad was pretty much a general cast member. So he did Autopia. He did a few different things. So I think he started off on Autopia, and the main thing he was on once he switched out of Autopia was he stayed in Tomorrowland. He worked on Buzz Lightyear. So it was pretty fun being able to
Mhm.
like go into the park and like seeing him there and stuff like that. And then him also knowing like the inner workings of the ride and different things like that and what it takes to like set up the line, like do the different functions that you need for it. So it was pretty interesting and stuff. He'd also help out like with the parade and stuff too, if they needed workers to like shift over for that. So it was a pretty cool perspective to see.
Did you ever get to go to like preview days for any other like rides or things like that besides Galaxy's Edge?
Yeah, so I got to see Rise of the Resistance early too.
Oh.
Yo.
So since
You didn't
Rise
get
of the
the
Resistance,
insider
What?
treatment.
yeah.
Yeah, we still haven't been on
So-
it.
Yeah.
So yeah, since Rise of the Resistance actually for Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland in California, since Rise of the Resistance opened later than actual land. I got to see Galaxy's Edge early, and then I got to see Rise of the Resistance early. And so how it works, the cast member preview thing, is it's kind of like a win-win for everyone because the cast members get to take a break. They get to bring someone in as a guest, which is pretty cool for them to see. And then also, too, it works out for the park because they get to work out any of the kinks in the ride before the actual paying guests come in and stuff like that. Because the paying guests, you don't want parts of the ride to be messed up. So even though I got to see it earlier, and for some reason Rise of Resistance seems to have some issues here and there was like one or two parts of it that were messed up. Like didn't totally mess up the ride, but one part of it was just like a little bit off, and it was like, okay, that's why we're previewing it right now. We're kind of like the guinea pigs or the test people.
I mean,
Yeah.
like Rise of
cool,
the
though.
Resistance is brand new tech. Like, for people who don't know, the ride closed down, I think, 3 months after it opened because of COVID. So that ride was only running for 3 months, but in addition to that, it's like brand new tech. So it's like the first ride system of its kind. So it's always breaking down. Like, I checked today on the Disneyland app, and it was temporarily closed. So this is the second day Disneyland's open, and already during the day the ride's like shut down. So it already has like
That's
a low,
unfortunate.
like it already has like a high demand, and now like people aren't even getting on it. So it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We'll get to go on it eventually. Like, where do we go? We're going in June. So yeah, Nathan, not Nathan. Sorry, Nathan. I'm just excluding you. Sunil, Blake, and I were all going to Disneyland with, and then Sunil's
Yeah.
sister Sasha is also going. So yeah. So we're going actually June 12th, which is right when it's like a week after Avengers Campus opens. So we're gonna get to go to Avengers Campus pretty early.
Yes. It's gonna be so fun.
Super hype. Honestly, despite the issues that Rise of the Resistance has, I would say, and I'm a bit biased because I'm a major Star Wars fan, I would say it has to be in my top 3 like favorite rides of all time.
Ooh, okay.
And
Wow.
it has a pretty good spot to try and get into like #1 ride. And this is including like Six
Whoa.
Flags, like Knott's Berry Farm, all these other places and stuff. Because like for me, having that Star Wars like full immersion and how the ride is and stuff too, it's without spoiling anything, of course, because I highly recommend you don't watch anything related to it. But it's just it's very high quality and very immersive.
That's the problem though.
Nice.
Due to COVID, I was reading that they're actually like they shortened down. Like I don't even think they put you in the Kylo Ren room, or like I think they might just like walk you through the. There's this one room where like Kylo Ren talks to you. I think they just like walk you right through it now. I haven't really watched any videos like to confirm that, just because I'm not trying to spoil myself. But that I don't know. I feel like we're not really getting the full experience too when it does reopen. So it might be like a year before we even get to see like the full Rise of the Resistance in like its purest form, you know?
Wait,
Yeah,
so is
how do
this
you
like?
think? Oh, no, go
I was
ahead.
just gonna ask, is this like a narrative style ride?
Yeah,
Like
so
kind of like how like Guardians of the Galaxy?
I think Blake might know more about like the different parts of it.
Yeah, I mean, and like I'm saying, I don't want to spoil anything for the ride because like the ride's pretty perfect on its own. But I would say, yeah, it's kind of like narrative type of style, you could say.
Okay. Cool.
But like honestly, like I think it's great if you go into it with like zero expectations because that's exactly what I did. I just remember like sitting in the queue line and I was like, huh, wonder what this ride's gonna be like, and I was just
Yeah,
like thoroughly amazed, you know. So that's
because
what
no
I
one else rode it
recommend.
before. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
On like another note,
Like you should have saw me. You should have saw me after it. I was like a I was like a kid all over again. I was super hyped. Like I was ecstatic for a good 30 minutes straight. Like I was woo, you know,
you see,
full of
Do
the
you, do
serotonin.
all right, were you gonna
you
say
think the
something?
pandemic's gonna affect? Do you think it's gonna affect how Marvel Land opens up if they changed it in any way, or like how like if the protocols are gonna be different and stay different even after?
Are you asking
Like, I
me
was
or Blake
curious.
or asking?
Yeah, anyone. Just like what the thoughts are on that.
I mean, I
Because
just
the
assume
Marvel
that.
Land was probably made during that.
I mean, yeah, I just
So
assume that they'll have the same thing as they do with regular Disneyland, like 25% capacity for rides. There's only going to be one ride at Marvel Land, which is like the Spider-Man Web Slingers ride or something like that. So that's all
Ooh.
we know is that thing's going to be packed. I guess they'll probably do like
Okay.
the ride queue system too, though. So hopefully we'll be able,
Yeah.
because they're doing that with Rise of the Resistance right now. So hopefully we'll be able to get on that. We'll get there like right in the morning and try, but there's always the chance that like we might have to wait till like a second time that we go to even get on the ride.
I'm sure that they built like, even though the ride was like created during COVID, like I'm sure they built it with like post-pandemic plans in mind mostly, because these rides stick around for like a long. Right?
Yeah, Blake's really lucky over here. He has a cast member as his parent, but it's like currently when he's like an adult, my mom worked as an Imagineer back in the 1990s.
Oh wow!
And so
Ooh.
she left her job and went to a different job right when I was born. So she took my siblings to Walt Disney World. So I've never been to Walt Disney World.
Whoa.
That's like one of my bucket list things to do. I haven't been, but they
Yeah.
got to go when they were like 2 and 4, and then right when I was born, she's like, "Nope, we're not doing that anymore." So I mean,
Yeah, it's like
Blake's
goodbye
getting all
core
the
memories.
advantages. Get back.
Yeah.
So all my core memories are of Disneyland.
Exactly.
So Blake's been to Walt Disney World. Actually, you just went like what 2 weeks ago, a month.
Yeah, so I was in Walt Disney World about like a month or so ago. So, but like honestly, like being there at like the limited capacity and different things that they have set up because of COVID right now. I mean, they really have it down to a system. Like they have it super solidly down to a system. I mean, this is this is probably one of the top like theme parks in the world. You could argue and stuff. They got some pretty smart people, some pretty creative
Yeah.
people working there. They're really smart when it comes to making systems and stuff like that. So it's I honestly don't think there's gonna be too much of a difference for like the experience, except maybe your glasses will get a little fogged up because you have a mask on, but that's about it. You'll be hot too.
Yeah.
Wait, was it really hot when you
Plus, I
went?
feel like a lot of these theme parks, like at lower capacity, it's almost kind of better in a lot of ways. Like what you were talking about, 25% capacity on reopening right now. That sounds like a dream.
Oh yeah,
The
well,
only thing is though that you have to be aware of that sucks is how they have some of the rides set up is they have to alternate rows so you have social distancing unless if they
Oh
have like a
wow.
shield in between it. So that's one thing that is different for the experience is if you're in a back row and they have like the protective shield for like some of the seats, for example, like if it's Rise of the Resistance or any other ride, especially when it's at Walt Disney World too, they can't really do the spacing, so they have like a protective shield that's plastic. But the problem is like lighting and different things will like reflect off of it.
I
So
see. I see.
that is one aspect that kind of can mess up the experience for some people. Maybe they might not like it as much. There's that, and also even though it's lower capacity, you still have it where you have those alternating rows. So it could actually take quite a bit to get people in for the ride.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
so yeah, we'll get more
Dang.
into that right now. So just to, like start off going off on our news. Today is May 1st, so this is one day after Disneyland has officially reopened. So Disneyland's back open, California's back, Venture's back open, and then the Californian Hotel's back open. So
Hmm.
one of the things we know for that is, um, as Blake was mentioning, the capacity is lower, and there's all these different COVID guidelines that have been implemented. So just like start talking about that, how even though it is 25% capacity, like rides aren't like straight up walk on, just because like Blake was saying that all the different rides have like they could only use like half the car or like only one party to car, so it does take some time.
Hmm.
But overall, yeah, wait times are down at Disneyland, so you have like I was checking the other day, it's like or earlier today too, it's like 20 minutes for like Space Mountain. You've got like the top rides
Yeah.
there. The top three wait times right now are Smuggler's Run, which is at 30 minutes, Snow White's Enchanted Wish, which is brand new, which is like 35-minute wait, and then Haunted Mansion, which also had some changes to it, and that one's a 40-minute wait. So you're not getting any wait times of like you like expect like Disneyland reopen wait times are 2 hours long. You're not really getting any of
Yeah.
that right now.
Hmm.
I remember when 40 minutes was an ideal wait time. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. If it's over 40, no, we can't waste our time with that. But wow, now it's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I feel like that's
One nice thing I just remembered about that is for Smuggler's Run, what's nice is, I mean, it's debatable. Some people might like this, some people might not like it. But with Smuggler's Run, pretty much having like the Millennium Falcon there and going in the cockpit and like having your different roles and different things like that.
yeah.
It was nice for us when we went on it because it was just my family, right? Because like I don't know if they did it because of COVID or not, but it was pretty much just our family in that ride. So we got to choose of who did what, right? Since my sister's never been on it before, we're like, oh, you should do like this role. I think you might enjoy it more and stuff. But that might be a bad thing to some people because maybe you want that full experience of having like everyone in each seat. But honestly, I thought it was cool because like it's Star Wars and it felt like we were just us flying like the Millennium Falcon and doing everything, you know? And like I was able to like take pictures and different things without like other people being in there and stuff. So you get some really good pictures if like you're quick about it, you know, you can maybe do some poses, have some Star Wars gear on, and you could have like the whole ride look and practically just getting pictures in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon, like straight out of the movie.
Yeah, it was such a cool experience.
You know what,
that
Nathan?
ride.
Nathan, did you get a chance to get on Smuggler's Run yet? Have you been to Galaxy's Edge yet?
I have not. So I actually haven't been to Disneyland. I've only been to Disneyland, I guess a handful of times, like maybe like 3, I think. And a lot of them, I think 2 of them were when I was like very small. So I'm definitely a lot less.
Did you say you went for like
well
grad
versed
night?
with the parks?
Is it grad night you said? Or
yeah, so the last time I went was for my high school like graduation trip, and it was a good time.
Oh, lucky.
And also,
I
I was just gonna say we might be planning another trip soon. So
are you talking about for us or for?
to go check out the new park.
I know, yeah.
Are you talking about like our group
yeah.
going? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like a bunch of people we worked with.
Yeah, we're trying
to
trying to get a Castles and Company big large group going. Hopefully, we'll see that late summer. I'm guessing it's going to be after our trip that we have planned in June. Yeah, we'll be at the park.
So apparently, my high school wasn't allowed to go to Disneyland. We got banned from Disneyland.
Okay, so no, what did you do? What did you do?
Like, I didn't do anything. No, that's why we couldn't go because apparently people before us messed it up for all of us. I don't know what even they did. Like we were going bowling at some place, and we're like, "Why aren't we going to Disneyland?" And they're like, "Yeah, we were banned." And we're like, "What? How cutthroat is this high school?" I feel like it wasn't even like. So you're lucky that your high school got a grad night.
Wait, was Nathan? Was your grad night at Disneyland or was it California Adventure?
This wasn't a grad night. This was like a field trip. But we had both parks. We got like heavily discounted to the park hoppers or the park hopper plan. And so yeah, it was really fun. We were just hanging out in both parks. I started out with Disney in the morning and then went and like killed the end of the day at California Adventure. I think California Adventure is like really nice.
I've actually only been to California Adventure twice. The first time was actually,
really?
Yeah, okay, here so kind of twice. The first time was actually when I did the Star Wars half marathon at Disneyland. They run you through the park. So this is my first time ever being in California Adventure. Was literally me like running down the pier for the track, whatever the course they put. So you can't even count that, but like that was the first time I was even in the park. And then the second time was for grad night. So that was right before they changed the area to be, what is it, Marvel Avengers Campus. So it used to still be was it a Bugs Land? So that's gone now. Yeah. They completely bulldozed that area. So I'm kind of they got rid of Bugs Land.
That was so nice. No, that was childhood. That was my childhood. How could they? I guess Marvel's pretty cool though.
I was gonna say if you're gonna change it with anything, Bugs Land wasn't
great.
You're gonna put Marvel Land there. I know. So much better.
Kind of old.
But I did get on Galaxy's.
You gotta keep it fresh too.
Galaxy's Breakout, Guardians of the Galaxy Breakout, the one how they changed the
I don't know.
the Hollywood Tower of Terror.
Also too, the Tower of Terror at like Walt Disney World without like any spoilers for it is like I like it way more than the one that they had in California Adventure.
Did you get on the
But
original
I don't know,
at California Adventure?
huh?
Did you get on
Of
the
course,
You
yeah.
did? Okay,
Yeah.
I've never went on it. I've only ever
Yeah.
been on the Galaxies.
Oh my
Guardians of
gosh,
the
this
Galaxy one.
guy! I can't believe you're a mega Disney person and you
Okay.
have not like you literally your first
Hey,
time.
hey.
Your first time in California Adventure was for a marathon.
Half
Okay?
marathon,
And,
half
literally,
Star Wars,
like,
a
really,
Star
your first
Wars half
experience for it
marathon, a
is
Star
when you're
Wars half
panting,
marathon.
running
Come
like,
on.
you know, and like, come on, I don't know. I think your credibility as a mega Disney fan is on the table. It's on
Hey,
jeopardy.
mega
Dang,
Disney fans
Jared.
cost a lot of money. That's for sure.
That's
It's
true.
not
Yeah,
cheap.
that's
I
definitely
am
true.
I am planning on getting an annual pass though as soon as those come back. So I guess a good transition to this is that the president of Disney recently appeared on a podcast and he was talking about how annual passes are going to return to Disneyland by the end of the year. So is anyone here planning on getting one besides me?
Ooh.
How much does an annual pass cost? Like
Well, we
traditional
don't-
one? The old one?
Traditionally, Southern California one is like 600, I think. But it comes with like
I see.
benefits too as well. Like, did you-
$600?
yeah,
It's quite a
but you
bit.
get to go as many times as you
My
want.
God.
Yeah.
I guess that's cool, but like I've never paid for any annual anything for like any theme park. Like so I don't know if it's worth or if it's not because I've never actually used one of those before. So
Jared, how often do you plan on going once you have an
I'm honestly, as soon as they bring them back, I'm trying to go like twice a month minimum. Like honestly, like I've gotten to that age where like I want to be going as often as I can, but of course the pandemic. I mean, like I've been hyped to go recently,
I know,
but like
at that
there's a
age,
pandemic.
like, what?
I'm at that age.
Like,
What
where
about turning?
I have
like,
money. This is the thing. I have money now. I can
Okay.
go more
Oh,
often.
he's got money. Yeah. That's the age.
I'm not
The
like
age
Blake
of-
over here,
How
where
old
his
are you?
dad gets him in for free.
Bro, you can thank Miss Rona because that's off the table now. Come on, man. You don't gotta throw it out there like that when I'm not, you know.
Yo,
It was
when
only
I
it
used
was
to go
only a
for free
few
too
times.
when I was a kid.
Sorry, what's the no?
What? Oh, I was just saying I used to go for free too to Disneyland and California Adventure Park as a kid because my aunt was like a higher up in I don't even know. She worked on like some financial stuff for Disney, and so she would get all like literally my whole family in for free. It was insane. But this was also the time when Disneyland didn't cost that much. Like this was way back when we were kids. So I used to go to Disneyland like all the time. We used to go to California Adventure, all this stuff. Well, like Soaring California is like a core memory in my mind, like for that whole experience. I used to get so scared at the last firework. Like I used to get terrified that do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's like that last firework that like shakes your soul. That's the one that used to terrify me. Yeah.
I'm actually like I have a fear of heights.
That.
I have a fear of heights, so for me when they fly, I think it's either like the top of the pyramids or it's to like the top of the Eiffel Tower. That's where I'm like terrified. I'm like closing my eyes. I'm like, yo, this is I know it's fake, but like my brain's like, yo, you're really high up right now, bro.
Buddy, that whole ride should be terrifying for you then. Like that's literally all it is.
You know it.
That's funny though.
You will never get me on one of those like what's that one ride at Six Flags where it's super tall? Like they're giant ones.
Like
Goliath.
Oh yeah.
Is it Goliath?
Yeah,
you will never get me on Goliath. You will never get me on that one.
There's multiple.
Yeah, Jared, there's like Jared, how many times have you been to
It's Six Flags. Every ride is tall.
I've actually only been once.
And I ran through it.
Oh my god. No, not this time.
The Six Flags half marathon. You guys didn't get that?
What is up with you guys and doing marathons through
no,
amusement parks?
No, it's literally
is
just
this a
me.
thing?
I mean, yeah, it's a thing, but like,
Yeah, no, he's done it through Six Flags too.
no, no. I
Wait,
haven't.
you've done a marathon through Six
No,
Flags?
no, I haven't. No, I haven't. There's not a
Oh,
There's not a Six
Wait, the
I
Flags
thought
half
you
actual
were being
marathon.
serious. I was like,
Wait, are we
there's
talking
no
about
way.
actual marathon or just like doing all the rides marathon?
No.
I'm confused. What are
No, this is a legitimate thing that Disneyland used to have. They used to have like a Marvel half marathon through Disneyland and through California Adventure.
what?
They used to have like
What?
they had like a ton of themes for them. They'd have like a princess one, and of course the Star Wars ones, which were the ones I would want to get to. So I did like the Rebel Challenge, which was like you do a 10K the first day, and then the second day you do a half marathon. So that was back in January of 2017, and that was the last half marathon I think that Disneyland had there, because then they started building what is it, Galaxy's Edge, and they
Okay.
like, and I think they closed this ton of stuff off. Plus Disney.
Mm.
I had some problems with the city of Anaheim and how like they ran their half marathon too, so they just kind of like canceled the races. So you can still do the ones over at like Disney World. They have like, you know how big Disney World is. They don't have any problems with that. They can like reroute people wherever.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I kind of wish they'd come. I kind of wish they'd bring them back, but we don't really know if they're ever gonna come back.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you got to do like one of the last ones though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Wait, so how do they work? Do you just sign up for a marathon, or like, do you have to like go to the park first?
No, so it's like online. So they'll be like, hey, this marathon's happening this day. Sign up here, and then like all the signups go really quickly because you know it's Disney, and then you like show
Wait, so do you get like free access to the park for doing a marathon, or?
during the marathon, but like once the half marathon is done, like you can either go home or you can pay admission and go into the park. You know,
Yeah, I might
They
just
don't
pull
even
up
give you
and
a
just
discount,
stop
do they?
running halfway through, bro.
hide in a
Just peel
closet.
off.
Yeah.
I'll take 20th place to just hang around
Yeah,
Disney.
just keep walking around. Yeah, you just walk the marathon. Don't even run it. Just
Yeah, just take a leisurely stroll, get some ice cream, funnel
honestly,
cake.
go a Disneyland run is just seems like you're just going to Disneyland. Like
Yeah.
that's all it sounds like.
You're like hopping on the horse-drawn carriage. Come on, let's go, let's go.
Honestly, making people run a marathon through seems kind of cruel and inhumane.
That's true.
Like-
I know, yeah.
So it's
They're
kind of a
dying
troll.
in the happiest
Yeah.
place on earth.
You know how hot it gets in Disneyland?
No.
I can
it
feel
starts-
like the asphalt.
No, it
as we're
starts at
talking
like
about
7
this.
a.m. It starts at like 6 or 7 a.m.
Okay.
So
That's
time-
still
by the
pretty,
time it's
like,
done,
it's
it's
still
9
hot,
o'clock.
bro.
Dude, this is January. This is January. It's 7
Okay.
a.m. You know how much I was freezing my butt off at that start line? That was the coldest
9
I've.
o'clock. You're at.
No. 6 o'clock. Around was like when the start time was. So I'm standing in the cold in January at 6 a.m. in like a short sleeve shirt
Yeah.
and shorts. That was the coldest I've ever been in my life.
Yeah. You just start running before they call it. Like, hey, I just kind of need to warm up really quick.
I'm trying to beat everyone else.
Yeah.
Wait, so do people like try hard the Disney marathon?
I mean, every
Oh, I
marathon
bet,
has
dude.
people trying to be first
Yeah,
place.
the try hard.
Yeah.
Is there someone that's like 5-year champion of Disney? returning?
You know, actually,
champ?
they were the 4-year champion, but then the races ended, so they never got that 5-year.
Wait, so do people wear costumes on those runs? I feel like that would suck.
Yeah, they did. I think I
Like-
saw a guy wearing like a
like the full
stormtrooper
body, like-
costume. It's full body stormtrooper armor.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that would be rough. That would be rough.
It's just like we're calling them runs, but it's a half marathon.
Yeah.
Like this is the like, is someone just gonna have full like? If I'm gonna run like,
You know, there's people who do marathons in full like firefighter gear. Haven't you seen those? I guess not.
wow.
I mean, people do some
I don't
crazy
know.
things
Yeah,
at
that's-
marathons. Yeah,
Sounds
honestly,
like a heat stroke to me.
I'm really excited to go because in June for the 12th and the 13th we're going to Disneyland on the 12th, and then the 13th we're going to California Adventure. So I never got
Sure, yeah.
I never got to go on the Incredicoaster. So it used to be called California Screamin', down in Paradise
Yeah.
Pier, which is now Pixar Pier.
Mm-hmm.
I never got to go on the Incredicoaster because they were testing it the day I went for grad night. Like they were testing it for it to open in like a month. So I still have yet to be on that ride. So I'm really excited for that.
So you're telling me you didn't get to go on
Yeah, dude.
the OG
Not
one?
all of us.
This
Yeah,
guy.
not all of us have all this money like you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I'm excited to
Yeah, I don't
go.
even know. I'm a
I'm
college
excited.
student.
I'm excited to go try like the new things they've added since I've been there last. Like all of Pixar Pier. I haven't gotten to check that out. Then of course, when Marvel
Yeah.
Land comes, or Avengers Campus, whatever it's called.
Wait, so how is everyone in their like vaccination? Like, is that like is Disney gonna start saying something about people who don't have vaccines, or how's that, or they're just gonna require masks like
Right now
for
they
a
just
while?
require masks. Like how is the mask situation at Disney World?
I mean, depends on how you want to define it. Like it was pretty much all the time you would have it on. So especially while Disney World, it's hot and it's humid, so
Hmm.
it really gets to you and stuff. So they made it so like they wouldn't let you take any pictures like with your mask off either. So like they were very on top of it for like making sure people had their masks on.
Uh-huh.
So if you were thinking that you're gonna try and sneak a picture, like taking off your mask, you might get yelled at. So
Honestly, I was thinking
I
about
literally
that.
saw it happen a few times.
I was thinking about that. So
You-
when we first get to Disneyland, what we're gonna do, as soon as rope drops, we book it to the Millennium Falcon over in Galaxy's Edge and see if we can get the quick photo off in front of the Falcon while no one's there. See if we can take masks off for like a second.
Mhm.
Get away with it before they yell at us.
Gets kicked out before he even go on one, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't bet any money on it because you already know how that area is, and they got a lot of cast members and stuff there. So I wouldn't bet any money on it. Like,
I know, but if we were first
the
ones
picture
there,
that's
maybe.
no,
Honestly, yeah,
I wouldn't bet
it'd just
money
be
on it. But
safer.
that's just me.
It'd probably just be safer to leave the mask on. But even if all
I
of
mean,
us are
they're not gonna
vaccinated,
kick you out for one thing, but just well, that's a whole other topic. But
I mean, you
they're
can
not
just
gonna kick
keep the
you out
mask
for
on
just
for the
one
picture
thing.
too. That's chill.
Like the picture that I had, like you just have to be like creative about it. Like the
uh-huh,
picture that's my profile for this podcast, that was at Walt Disney World during COVID and stuff.
uh-huh.
But it was like a bridge that goes into the center area of like Main Street that like nobody was on, and it had a good view of the castle and stuff. So like I was able to get a picture no problem.
Hmm.
So you just have to be creative.
Okay.
Like one thing that you could do is if you go on Smuggler's Run, you're gonna be inside the ride, and if it's just your group, then you could theoretically try and get like a picture like that real quick without your
So,
mask.
how did that
So
work for you when you were on the ride? You said that um like some of the positions weren't filled. So like on Smuggler's Run, there's two pilots, two gunners, and then two engineers. Were you like required to have people on the pilot seats, but like the engineers were just lacking? Is that kind of how it went down?
You
yeah,
just lose
pretty
the ride
much.
every time.
I mean, it's the ride is designed where it can kind of it still goes through without the need for those people and stuff. It would just yeah, it's pretty much set up. So we had like two pilots and then one gunner and stuff. Like, cause if we're being honest, like the engineering role doesn't do too much anyways, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Damn.
Press like
So
one button.
that's what's good about you being able to have the ride all to yourself is like you get to take like whatever roles you want, you know,
Uh-huh.
and that's nice. Because sometimes like before COVID, you'd be waiting so long to get on Smuggler's Run, and then you get there and they assign you, oh yeah, you're gonna be the engineer.
Yeah.
And if it's your first time and you're all like, dang, I wanted to do the pilot, then that sucks. You
Yeah, we
know?
had when we went on, Snow was the first of our group. He was the first one who got to pilot. Dude crashed every single time. I'm pretty sure you ran us
Excuse
into
me,
you
bro.
ran us into
whoa.
you ran us straight into asteroids.
Bro, this is slander. No, let me defend myself right now. First of all, I did not crash. Second of all, I'm pretty sure if we did ever crash, it was definitely Sasha who was the one who
Yeah.
crashed the whole time.
Because
Yeah,
what, one
because
of
there
them
are
is
two
side to
pilots.
side?
Is
Yeah,
that
what
not
one
true?
side to side, right?
Yeah. So one side to side and one is up and down. Okay, and I think she forgot that it was like I think it's like down for up and up for down,
Inverted
right?
controls.
Or is that kind of So like I'm just saying, I think she was messing it up. Don't tell her that. I said that because she was gonna be really mad. We had a whole discussion about it afterwards. Well, we were arguing about it the whole time.
All I can say
That's
is
all I'm
I'm
saying.
pretty sure when I was on pilot, we did a lot better. But yeah, we definitely made sure that we were the ones in the pilot seats. We went up to the cast member and we're like, yeah, make sure that we're not put in, make sure we're not put with two people in front of us, because we wanted to make sure we had the gunner seats and the the pilot seats. Because engineer, I think they literally just hit like one button, and that's like the whole ride for them.
Yeah.
Hold on, Jared. Maybe you weren't even shooting the people correctly.
Oh yeah.
About that.
Sorry, I can't shoot asteroids.
Yeah, maybe you weren't shooting target. Yeah. Good saying, Jared. Blame is everywhere. Trying to blame me for being a bad pilot. Gosh.
Yeah.
Gosh dang it, Jared.
Sorry, I can't shoot my way through asteroids. Those things are pretty thick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can.
What's up?
Just explode them. Use the Boba Fett explodey thingy, you know? Like
the seismic charge.
Wow, he really said it. How much of a Star Wars fan are you if you say the explodey thing?
And this is someone who's seen everyone.
Charge. Come on.
Hey, yo, I did the sound, so I think that's valid.
You what? Yeah, wait, you watched
seismic charge is such a mouthful. The noise is much more.
Also, I'm heated right now. In the heat of an argument, I'm not gonna be able to remember everything. So I think Boba Fett exploding thingy kind of got the message across, did it not?
Yeah,
I mean, it was
that's
more
true.
like Jango Fett's first. We didn't get to see anything from Boba Fett, in the actual movies for it, So
well,
like,
you could argue that
Jango.
Snow has seen the Mandalorian. You've seen both seasons, so he should be getting it correct.
Yeah. So Boba Fett now. That's all I'm saying. Shoot, was that a spoiler?
Oh, I mean, it's been out for so long. People.
Yeah, I feel like people.
If you are watching a Disney podcast and you haven't seen that, and it's been out for how many months has it been? Dude, like.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while. Yeah.
Anyway, it's plastered all over their social media anyway. But so what is everyone's favorite ride here at Disneyland so far? Like, am I safe to assume that it's Rise of the Resistance for you?
Yeah, you're probably pretty safe to assume that. I would go on that thing like 7 times in a row, no problem, no sweat. But there's a lot of good rides at Disneyland. Like, if we include California Adventure, I really like the Cars ride too. Going on that a few times.
Yo, I haven't been on that one. I still need to go on that one.
Wait, you haven't been on the Cars ride?
Yeah, I know. I haven't been on the Cars ride. Because whenever we'd go to California Adventure, we'd split off into 2 places because we would always 2 parties because we'd always have a huge group. And then the party I was in never wanted to go to the Cars ride, and I was like, let's go. And then they're like, you're going on your own. I'm like, well, I didn't want to just be a loner out here on the Cars ride. So
the Cars ride is sick. I like they have like a whole little radio screen.
So how long was the line that they didn't want to go on it? Like 2 hours? Or they just didn't want to go on it?
Because my sister was in the group. My sister was in the group that it was a shorter line. It was like 20 minutes. And then when we were about to go, it was like 40, 50 minutes. And we're like, nah, we got to make it efficient and whatever. I'm like, no, but Cars, though. The whole town was so cool. Cars is such a good movie.
All right, so we'll do one ride for Disneyland. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll take out Rise of the Resistance, because that's kind of the best one, but a lot of us haven't even been on it. We'll do favorite Disneyland ride and then favorite California Adventure ride. So, Sanil, you said your favorite your favorite California Adventure was Cars, or was that Blake's?
No, that was Blake's. Or I just said I have never been on Cars, but I think that was Blake's.
Right, yeah, it's a pretty top one. Like, I don't know if it's my favorite, but I mean, it might be one of the top ones for California Adventure. But I have been on, the Incredicoaster one when it was like what was it called before?
California Screamin'.
California Screamin'.
Yeah, that's
one of my
favorites.
One time, the line for that moves pretty quick. Remember, I went on that thing 6 times in one day. So
I would also probably pick that as my favorite. Incredicoaster.
How about people for Disneyland
I
here?
like it. I like it way more as the Incredicoaster now. Actually, I like it way more that way. But the one before is a classic, though.
So
Wait,
Blake, what
why do you
about
like
Disney?
it as the Incredicoaster more?
Oh, I don't want to spoil anything about it, but just
Oh
like
yeah, don't.
how
Yeah,
the
okay,
ride
okay.
looks, how things are for it, because like, yeah.
Okay, yeah, valid.
hmm
See, for me, California Adventure, I'd probably go with. I haven't been on. I'd probably go with the Radiator Racers too. That ride was honestly super fun. Like Mission Breakout's good too.
Jared,
But like,
I think we're losing you here a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
you
you
were
guys hear
cutting out a
that?
little there.
oh my bad. I'll just repeat it. I was just saying that top two rides would probably be Radiator Racers and then probably Mission Breakout. Those are the two I can think of off the top of my head. But then Disneyland for
Yeah.
me would be Matterhorn, but it sucks right now because it's under maintenance for Disneyland, so we don't even know when that's going to be back open. So whenever that is, I'm definitely getting a ticket and going, or hopefully by then they have annual passes. I don't know what's everyone else's Disneyland ride.
Splash Mountain, just because it's something from a core memory, like such good nostalgia from that ride.
Yeah, probably between like Splash Mountain or Indiana Jones. I like Indiana Jones.
Oh, Indiana Jones is good too. Oh my gosh, wait, which one?
You know what? Now that you guys are mentioning all of this, actually, I have no idea which one's my top one.
Because
Everything
like
is
think
super
about
solid.
like Splash Mountain's like iconic. Like you don't
Yeah,
go to
Yeah.
Disneyland and
Pirates.
not.
Pirates is great too. Like
Oh, that's a
so
good
much,
point.
man.
I forgot about Pirates.
hmm
Pirates, so many core
Yeah.
memories on Pirates.
hmm
Um, but yeah, we do have to get on Splash Mountain then as soon as we go. Nathan, we're taking you with us on one of these trips because you got to get on Splash Mountain before they change it to. Is it the Princess and the Frog?
But yeah, they're
theme?
changing it, right?
Yeah, they're changing the
We're
theme of it.
changing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No!
This
No!
is old news. Yeah, they've been.
This is
Don't
old
mess
news.
with
Yeah.
Splash Mountain! Gosh dang it!
Yeah, so we're gonna have to go on it like 3 or 4 times because the waits right now have been like 5 minutes for it, so we could probably hit it like 4 times in a row, like no problem.
Yeah, okay.
Get on as many
I'm so down
times.
for that.
Get on it as many times as
I
we can before
quite
they
like
change it.
Space Mountain. Space Mountain is
Space
tight.
Mountain's classic too. Yeah. Dang, there's too many good rides, honestly. Too many good rides. Holy crap. Yeah.
All right, how about everyone's least favorite ride? You wanna go, Blake?
It's a small world.
Oh my gosh.
Teacup. Teacup.
It's a small world and very like unnerving and weird.
Don't come for a small world, dude. That's like
It's like a long fever dream. It's kind of like a nightmare, to be honest.
Last time I went on It's a Small World in Walt Disney World, I got a headache afterwards. No lie.
Bro,
So,
I can't be the only one that thinks.
No, I literally agree too. But I don't know if I would say it's the worst. But like, when people tell me like we want to go on it, I would
It's
only
like,
wait like 5 minutes. Anything more is just not worth it to me.
So if I was like, yo, let's go on Small World when we go in June, you'd be like, nah.
What's the one with the train cars? Is that
Circus
Matterhorn?
Junior? Wait, train cars? Oh,
No,
Thunder
it's like it
Mountain.
goes
Thunder
around a
Mountain.
mountain.
Yeah, Thunder Mountain.
Oh yeah, Thunder Mountain. That one's kind of it's just fun time.
Thunder Mountain's
Oh.
good. I
it's
like.
the teacups for me, for sure. The teacups.
Your
That
least
makes me
favorite?
so dizzy, dude.
That was
Yeah.
literally mine. I
Your
actually
favorite
have.
is the teacups?
I hate the teacups. This one time I went, ruined my entire Disneyland trip because I went on the teacups and then I forget who I was with, but I think they were like spinning it fast or whatever. And then I get off and I'm just like sick the rest of the day. My mom had to stop at like one of the kiosks they have and ask for like aspirin or what is it, like ibuprofen, and just ruin the rest of my day.
Damn. Jerry got debilitating motion sickness from the teacups, right?
That's kind of funny. I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
come on.
Screw the
They
teacups,
tell
dude.
you not to spin it too fast. Like, come on. That's like the
Dude, I'll even get it
typical
from
mistake.
Dude, they were whipping that thing.
Yeah.
I'll even get it from Space Mountain. Like if you go on Space Mountain like 2 times in a row, it just messes me up. Like one time, yeah, it's fine, but like too many times on Space Mountain, you're just getting jerked around in the dark. Messes me up a little.
No, I've done Space Mountain like 3 times in a row. I remember like back to back. Cause like when it's earlier on in the day, you can just like literally walk on, or it's just 5 minutes. So I've done that like
What?
3 times in a row, and that was super fun.
Have you
So,
guys ever been on a ghost rider at Knott's Berry Farm?
ooh, I don't think I have. I haven't
Which
been to
one?
Knott's Berry
Wait,
Farm
which
in
one?
years.
It's the one that's like really like rickety and like old. It's
Oh
fun.
yeah. Wait,
It
doesn't
gives
that
you
have like?
whiplash every time.
Hey, unpopular opinion, people love Ghost Rider at Knott's. I hate it with a passion. It messes up my neck so much.
Yeah, it hurts. It's
I'm
absurd.
indifferent about it.
I like it, but it's like kind of painful.
Let me see. Let me look up like a map of Disneyland because I'm trying to make sure I can
Yeah,
think
I
of all
feel
the
like I'm
rides.
forgetting lots.
I feel like it would have to be like a Fantasyland ride, low key, that I'm not too big of a fan of. I think honestly, it's a small world. If we're being honest, it's a small world for me, probably.
Yeah, you'll never get me on Teacups
Or
again.
oh no, I know which one. I know which one. California Adventure over by the pier, the little like rocket one. That's like a big rocket.
Oh, the
That
golden.
one's just
Is it like the Golden
so.
Zephyr or something? Does that sound right?
Yeah, that
Oh, I
one's just
remember that
like
name.
I've never been on
that
it.
one's low key dumb.
What makes it bad?
It's not worth it. Like it's just like you look at it and it's not even like a ride really. Like you get on it and you're just like, oh, like this there's nothing really happening. Like it's I mean you can see for yourself, but just take my word for it. Like it's not it. Dang, this is an old map of Disneyland. They don't even have Galaxy's Edge in here. What the heck? It's weird. Yeah, honestly, I think it's got to be that one for me. And then It's a Small World in Disneyland. I know some people are diehard It's a Small World fans. Like I get
Are
it.
they? Are people dire? That
They
seems
are.
so odd to me.
Yep, there's
They
Dis.
are.
I think it's
Yeah.
like Disney files. It's like the term used for like people who really like Disneyland or like Disney, and people that like the older the ride is, the more like love there is for it, because like people have like all these like memories and like core memories, from going on Small World as a kid, or like it's been there my whole life. So
Imagine
people
your
don't
most
want to go.
nostalgic Disney memory being the Small World people.
Dude, they're pretty
It
creepy.
sounds terrifying to just have that etched into your long-term memory bank.
I don't know how that
The
doesn't
what?
scare kids, to be honest. Like going in
Yeah.
these rooms and there's just
Oh,
these
it
tiny
does.
people singing at you. I feel like it would mess me up as a kid.
I mean, honestly though, if we're being real, any ride has like people talking to you in animatronics. So I think that's
Yeah,
a
but they're
valid
not
argument.
little like creepy looking
Mm,
tiny people.
it's a bit debatable.
It's a small. I don't have any qualms with It's a Small World. It's just I don't know. I have good memories of it because I didn't go when I was like a baby. Sasha went when she was a baby because we all went like, and you could just see me in the video. I'm like looking at everything in awe. I'm like, whoa, look at that. And Sasha just there to like scream crying as a child, like on the like on the ride, like absolutely traumatized. And like I'm like, okay, yeah, I get why she probably would not enjoy that. But I was like, okay, I was chilling,
The
even on
only
top of her scream.
the only traumatic experience I feel like I've had at Disneyland was when I had to have been like 7 or 8, and my parents took me in line for Space Mountain, and I was like, I do not want to go on this ride. It's scary, or it looks scary. And they're like, it's okay, we'll bring you in line, and then like right when we get to the front of the line, we'll just have you wait on the other side of the cars. So like they told that to the cast members, but the whole time in my brain I'm like,
Lost.
they're lying to me and they're gonna put me in the car. They're lying to me, they're gonna put me in the car. So we get there and then we get to the front and then they like, of course you have to walk across the car to get to the other side, but like I just knew, I'm like, the moment I step in that car, my mom's gonna be like, sit down. But no, I mean I was fine. I got to the other side and I just like waited it out. So like little like 8-year-old me is like standing there like, I hope my parents come back. Like
Yeah. My parents come back.
they blasted off to space and never came back.
Yeah. What?
Oh, dude, okay. We'll have to do a different session going through and talking about the rides at Disney World because I think for Disney World there are some you gotta watch out for. Like one is like a simulation thing where you're on this like rocket, and that one like oh man, that gave me like insane motion sickness, and it takes a lot for me to get that. But yeah, Golden Zephyr, California Adventure, it's not good. Oh, or um updated the Luigi's Tires thing in Cars Land before they updated. That one was like kind of dumb.
I thought they got rid of it. Or tell you about
They
wait.
did, like, they updated and did something else with it, but like when I actually went on it, it was just like they tried to do bumper cars with it, like free floating, and the idea was cool, but it was just a bad ride.
So yeah, anyways, we are running kind of low on time, so we'll just talk to the next thing. So we recently had Falcon and the Winter Soldier that ended as well recently. So I know I watched it, Blake watched it, Sunil, you watched it. Nathan, I guess you just hate Marvel. Are you gonna get around to watching it?
I'm here to absorb information.
Marvel.
Marvel. I might watch it at some point.
So yeah, no
good.
spoilers here, but we'll hear everyone's thoughts on it. So Sunil, how do you think of how do you think of the whole series as a whole?
Yeah, so I liked the series. I think after WandaVision, it was like
Underwhelming.
It was okay. Here's the thing. The beginning of it was a little bit underwhelming because the beginning of WandaVision was so like it was also a little slow, but until you get to like the third or fourth episode, it was like ooh mystery and all this stuff. Falcon the Winter Soldier. You kind of got the kind of the plot early on. And you're just like it's kind of going through. But here's the thing. I like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier ending. I thought was better than the WandaVision ending.
I agree.
Like, because it was just the WandaVision had such a good start and middle, and like the mystery and kind of all the little like all that kind of aspect to it. And then at the end, it was like a little underwhelming. It was kind of like a bad payoff.
Yeah.
And then after like Falcon the Winter Soldier, you kind of had the lower expectations at the beginning, and then you got all this hype in the end, and you're like, oh shoot, right? That's kind of what my opinion stands on that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the fun with WandaVision was like, oh, they like introduced this. How is this gonna like pay off in the next episode? And then like you get to the final episode and you're like, they didn't pay off a lot of it. So you're kind of just sitting there like, what?
Yeah.
But you get to the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier and they really hit it home in that final episode. I definitely enjoyed the ending of that way better than WandaVision.
Yeah.
And then so that ends our Disney Plus series, like the big ones that have been coming out for another couple of months, I think. We got Loki coming out in, was it mid-May? Does anyone know the Loki release date?
Yeah. When does it start?
Someone look that up for me.
TBH, I haven't even watched the trailer for it. I'm kind of just trying to go into it with no expectations.
June 11th.
What is it, June 11th?
Yeah, June 11th is the first episode release date.
So we'll watch that right before. Oh, that's actually finals weekend, but we'll watch that right before we go to Disneyland. But before then, we do have The Bad Batch, which does come out May 4th. So that's 3 days from now that comes out.
Woo!
So everyone here is gonna watch that, right?
Gonna be nice.
Nathan, are you gonna watch it?
Yeah.
I will watch.
Of course, definitely gotta watch.
That's definitely gonna be a must see.
They call themselves the Bad Batch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clone Force 99.
Ooh.
We love it, bro. We love
Have
it.
Sunil and Blake, have you both seen the trailer for it?
I saw a little bit
course.
of clips here and there. I didn't see the full trailer though.
Blake, you saw it though, right?
Who what?
Blake's still here? I said, Blake, did you see the trailer?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah,
you did?
Of course I've seen it. Yeah.
You cut out a little bit, Jared. On
Oh, my bad. Yeah,
you're done.
Nathan, you said you're planning on watching it, right? Or no?
Yeah, give it a look.
So yeah, just to lead into that, we're also gonna have a special podcast episode that we'll release on May 4th, where it's gonna be called the Star Warlords. So that's gonna be a whole show that we have just for Star Wars, just because we want to. This is more of the Disney side. You want to hear more about like Disney World, Disneyland, things happening with like Disney movies and things like that. But over there, we'll keep it exclusive to Star Wars because I know Blake's a really big Star Wars fan. Sunil's a really big Star Wars fan. So we'll have at least us three there. We'll have a couple other guests as well, and we'll just talk Star Wars for as long as our hearts desire. I know it has like a big impact on like a lot of our lives. On that episode, I'll go into like, we joke like core memories. Like I have ones from like when I was like literally 4 years old of Star Wars. Like, I cried that my parents wouldn't take me to go see The Revenge of the Sith in theaters, like when I was 5.
Wow.
I literally cried to them.
God.
I'm like, please, come on. But anyway, I think that's all the time we have for this episode. So if you want to find us, you can find us on Instagram at Castles and Company, on Twitter, Castles N, capital N Company, and then you can also find our website, castlesandcompany.com. So go check those out, and
Awesome.
yeah, we'll see y'all in the next episode, and have a great day.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks a lot.
Everybody have a good
Enjoy.
night.